Great Flood was a reset, but was it a total erasure? Ancient traditions and modern whistleblowers suggest that the genetic code of the Watchers survived through silent pockets of humanity. This isn't just about fossils, it's about a biological ghost that has been carefully preserved in the shadows for millennia. While the world moved into the age of reason, certain elite bloodlines remained obsessed with their divine ancestry, claiming to be the rightful heirs of the fallen. They view themselves not as human, but as a bridge to the old gods, maintaining rituals that keep the ancient resonance alive in their very marrow. This hidden persistence is the foundation of the modern mystery, a subterranean stream of DNA waiting for the right technology to be reactivated. They are the guardians of a dark heritage, watching from the high places of power, while the rest of humanity remains asleep to its own history. The war for the human blueprint never ended. It simply went into hiding, waiting for the era of silicon and gene editing to resurface in full strength. King Solomon was renowned for his wisdom, but the secret texts suggest his power came from a much darker source: the control over the spirits of the Nephilim. It is said he wore a ring that allowed him to command the Shedim, the disembodied giants, to build the first temple and reveal the secrets of the earth. These entities, bound by ancient seals, provided the architectural and astronomical knowledge that defined the peak of the kingdom. Solomon's legacy isn't just one of peace, but of a dangerous mastery over the very forces that the Watchers released before the flood. He walked a fine line between divine favor and occult catastrophe, documenting the names and frequencies of the fallen heirs. This knowledge was never truly lost. It was codified and hidden, passed down through secret orders who still claim to hold the keys to the abyss. The architecture of our greatest cities may still carry the mathematical signatures of these bound spirits, hidden in plain sight within the stone and glass of the modern world. Even today, the search for Solomon's hidden scrolls drives a silent war between those who wish to protect the world and those who wish to summon the architects of old. Deep beneath the surface of the earth, away from the prying eyes of satellites and civilians, the giants may still exist in a state of stasis or hidden civilization. From the legends of the red-haired giants of Lovelock Cave to the modern rumors of the Kandahar Giant, the evidence of living Nephilim continues to leak out. Military whistleblowers have long whispered about deep underground military bases, DUMBs, where ancient tunnels connect to something far older than any government. These are not just bunkers. They are points of contact where modern science meets antediluvian biology. Some claim that these beings are kept in stasis chambers, sleeping in a state of suspended animation until the stars align or the technology to control them is perfected. These subterranean realms are the final frontier of the Watcher's legacy, a hidden world where the mighty men of old wait for their return to the surface. We are walking on top of a sleeping nightmare, a network of tunnels that spans continents, housing the living relics of a war that humanity thinks it has already won. The silence of the desert hides more than just sand. It hides the breathing of the titans in the deep. The phenomenon of modern abductions may not be about aliens from another planet, but about the continuing genetic project of the Watchers. These entities, masquerading as extraterrestrials, are obsessed with human reproductive systems, the same obsession that led to the original fall in Genesis 6. They are harvesting biological material to create a new generation of hybrids, beings that can survive in our atmosphere but possess the mental power of the fallen. This is a cold, calculated effort to re-establish the Nephilim lineage without the need for a physical invasion. By infiltrating the human genome, they are building a Trojan horse within our very species, creating individuals who look like us but answer to a higher, darker frequency. This hybrid agenda is the ultimate goal, a world where the human soul is slowly replaced by the cold logic of the Watchers. We are being used as a biological resource, a farm for the restoration of a kingdom that the flood was supposed to have ended forever. Every modern encounter, every strange mark, and every missing hour of time is a piece of a puzzle that leads back to the stars in the pit. In the rugged mountains of Afghanistan, a story emerged that the world's governments tried to bury under layers of classification. In 2002, a U.S. Special Forces unit reportedly encountered something that shouldn't exist. A 12-foot-tall giant with red hair and double rows of teeth. This was not a myth from a dusty book. This was a modern combat engagement with a living relic of the antediluvian world. The creature, wielding a spear that could pierce body armor, was eventually taken down, but the aftermath was even more mysterious. Witnesses claim a massive transport plane arrived to whisk the body away to an undisclosed location, likely one of the secret laboratories where the Watcher's DNA is being studied. This incident wasn't an isolated event. It was a crack in the modern veil, a reminder that the giants didn't all drown. Some retreated into the deepest veins of the earth. They are the sentinels of the abyss, waiting in the silence of the caves for the surface world to forget them, only to reappear when their territory is disturbed by the expansion of modern warfare. The official silence on Kandahar is the loudest proof we have that the war against the Nephilim is still active, fought in the shadows by elite units sworn to secrecy. In the rugged mountains of Afghanistan, a story emerged that the world's governments tried to bury under layers of classification. In 2002, a U.S. Special Forces unit reportedly encountered something that shouldn't exist. A 12-foot-tall giant with red hair and double rows of teeth. This was not a myth from a dusty book. This was a modern combat engagement with a living relic of the antediluvian world. The creature, wielding a spear that could pierce body armor, was eventually taken down, but the aftermath was even more mysterious. Witnesses claim a massive transport plane arrived to whisk the body away to an undisclosed location, likely one of the secret laboratories where the Watcher's DNA is being studied. This incident wasn't an isolated event. It was a crack in the modern veil, a reminder that the giants didn't all drown. Some retreated into the deepest veins of the earth. They are the sentinels of the abyss, waiting in the silence of the caves for the surface world to forget them, only to reappear when their territory is disturbed by the expansion of modern warfare. The official silence on Kandahar is the loudest proof we have that the war against the Nephilim is still active, fought in the shadows by elite units sworn to secrecy. The most terrifying aspect of the hybrid agenda is its invisibility. They are not coming with swords and shields. They are being born into the boardrooms and parliaments of the world. These new Nephilim possess an intelligence that is cold, predatory, and devoid of human empathy, mirroring the nature of their angelic fathers. They are the architects of the New World Order, steering humanity toward a future where we are merely a biological bridge for their resurrection. Their eyes might be human, but their spirit is an ancient resonance that hasn't changed since the days of Jared. They utilize the power of mass media and digital algorithms, the modern version of enchantments, to mesmerize the population into a state of spiritual slumber. We are witnessing a silent takeover where the human soul is being traded for the promise of evolution and immortality. These hybrids are the ultimate spies living among us, studying our weaknesses, and preparing the ground for the return of the Watchers from their dimensional prison. The neighbors you trust, the leaders you follow, and the influencers you admire, could some of them be carrying the dormant seed of the giants, waiting for the signal to activate their dark destiny? As we approach the end of the age, the stasis chambers are beginning to hum. The giants are waking up. Across the globe, tremors in the earth and strange sounds in the sky are the tectonic groans of a prison being opened. The military knows it, the elites know it, and they are terrified. The return of the Nephilim is the great reset they don't want you to talk about, a biological and spiritual invasion that has been planned for thousands of years. They aren't aliens from a distant galaxy. They are the mighty men of old, coming back to reclaim the throne they lost in the flood. The technology of the modern world has finally reached the level where it can sustain their existence once more. They are the kings of the earth who will lead the final rebellion against the sovereignty of the Creator. This is the moment when the physical and spiritual curtains are torn down, revealing the true nature of the war we have been fighting since the garden. The giants are no longer a memory. They are a looming shadow over our future. The awakening has begun, and the world will soon have to choose between the light of truth and the ancient glory of the fallen.